Good morning Year 7 and welcome to today's maths lesson. We're heading into a new topic today, but as always we're going to start off with a quick starter. In your light blue books, can you pause the video and work out for me a half of 12, 123 times 4, can you convert 7 over 3 to a mixed number, and can you add together 3/4 plus 3/4? Pause the video and have a go at those questions now. Let's run through the answers, shall we? So to work out half of 12, we need to do 12 divided by 2, which gives me 6. 123 times 4, I'll do a quick sum. 123 times 4, 3 times 4 gives me 12. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 1 times 4 is 4, so 492 is the answer to that one. To convert 7 over 3 to a mixed number, we first ask ourselves how many 3's are there in 7. Ione, how many 3's are there in 7? 2, brilliant, so we've got 2 wholes and 1/3 left over. And finally, if we're adding fractions, we need the denominators to be the same. In this case they already are, they're both 4. So I put 4 on the bottom, 3 plus 3 gives me 6. I can simplify 6 over 4 by dividing top and bottom by 2. To give me 3 over 2. And you might have written that as a mixed number, absolutely fine. That would give you 1.5. Let's head into today's lesson. So to start off, a quick recap of simplifying fractions. This is something we've covered before, and I said we needed to divide the top and bottom of the fraction by the same number. Repeat, repeat, repeat until no more divisions are possible. For example, if I've got 6 over 20, the first thing I could do is I could divide top and bottom by 2. That would give me 3 over 10. There's now no whole number that I can divide top and bottom by left, so my final answer is 3/10. Over to you, Year 7, in your light blue books. Can you simplify 6 over 18 for me? Pause the video and have a go at that now, please. Right, let's go through the answer. In the same way, I could divide top and bottom by 2, which gives me what, Zara? 3 over 9. We can now notice that 3 goes into both 3 and 9, so I can divide top and bottom by 3. 3 divided by 3 gives me what on the top, Felix? 1, and 9 divided by 3 gives me what on the bottom, Dan? 3. Brilliant. So simplifying it would give me 1/3. Over to you, Year 7. In your light blue books, pause the video for 30 seconds. Can you simplify 2 over 12 for me? I've given you a top tip. Start by dividing top and bottom by 2, then 3, then 5. Let's go through the answer. We know we can divide top and bottom by 2. Always a good first port of call. Try dividing top and bottom by 2. We get 1 over 6. There's no longer a number that goes into both 1 and 6, so we've finished. Light blue books, can you simplify 3/12 for me? Pause the video, have a little think. Right, this time we can't divide top and bottom by 2 because 2 doesn't go into 3. But we can divide top and bottom by 3. And if I do that, I get 1 over 4. And that's the end. There's no longer a number that goes into both 1 and 4, so we're finished. How about now? Pause the video and have a go. There's lots of ways we could have done this. I'm going to start by dividing top and bottom by 2. That leaves me with 2 over 6. And then we could go again. We can divide top and bottom by 2 again. Which would give me 1 over 3. There's no longer a number that goes into both 1 and 3, so we're finished. It's 1/3. How about now? Pause the video, have a little think. Right, this time we can't divide top and bottom by anything, because the only numbers that go into 5 are 1 and 5, And 12 we can't divide by 5 and get a whole number. So the answer for this one was just 5 over 12. There was nothing we could do. So how about now? Pause the video, have a little think. Right, this time we can divide top and bottom by 2, because 2 goes into both 10 and 12. That leaves us with 5 over 6. So how about now? Pause the video, have a little think, write down your answer in your light blue book for me. Right, let's have a go together. Let's start by dividing by 2, always a good safe bet to start off with. That gives me 10 over 12. But we can go again, we can divide by 2 again. Which gives me 5 over 6. And now there's no longer a number that goes into both 5 and 6, so we've finished. Over to you, Year 7, in your light blue books. Pause the video for 5 to 10 minutes and have a go at these questions for me. Can you simplify the following fractions? An example is at the top to help you out. And these are the answers I was looking for. Please check your work and see how you did. Okay, a quick recap of representing fractions in a bar. I've got the number 1/3. 1/3 means I need to split my bar, which represents the whole. So here's my whole bar, into how many pieces, Ellen? I need to split it into 3 equal parts if I want to represent a third. So here's me splitting it into 3 equal parts. 1, 2, 3. Felix, if I want to show 1/3 of this bar, how many of those parts do I need to shade in? Brilliant, just the one, the top one. So I shade in 1/3 of my bar. Let's pick a better colour. And there you have it. I've split my bar into 3 equal pieces and I've shaded in 1/3 because I've got 1 as my numerator. 2/3. How many parts do I need to split my bar into this time, Macy Jane? Exactly, I need to split it into 3 again. My denominator's 3, so I need 3 equal parts. Here they are. 1, 2, 3. Okay, Ione, this time how many of those parts do I need to shade in for 2/3? 2 of them, brilliant. So let's shade those 2 in. Any 2 will do. I'm going to choose this one and this one. So there's my 2/3 shaded in. Over to you, Year 7. In your light blue books, can you please draw a bar and show me 5/6? Pause the video and complete that now, please. Okay, let's go through it. So I'm trying to represent 5/6. So I need to split my bar, which is a whole, into 6 equal parts. That's 2, 3, 6 equal parts. I want to represent 5/6, so I need to shade in 5 of them. Let's shade those in now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, Year 7, how can you represent 5/14? In your light blue books, have a go at showing this on a bar model. Pause the video for a minute and have a go at that now, please. Right, so this time, because I've got 14ths, I need to split my bar into 14 equal parts. Let's have a go at that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 5/14 means I need to shade in 5 of them this time. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 5/14 in a bar model. Have a go at this one for me. Pause the video in your light blue books. Show me 9/14. Let's go through the answer. We need 14 equal parts this time, just as before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This time we're going for 9/14, so I need to shade in 9 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So hopefully your bar model will have looked like this. So what have we learnt? We know that the bottom number, the denominator of the fraction, tells us how many parts to split the amount into, and the top number tells us how many parts we want to shade in, the number of parts we want. We're going to use this to do some multiplication of fractions, so pens down, eyes on me. How can I represent 2 times 3/4 using the bar model? 2 times means that I need 2 bars this time. So here's my 2 bars, 1 and 2. 3/4 means I need to split each of those bars into how many pieces, Felix? 4 equal parts. The denominator tells us how many parts we need to split each bar into. So here we go. Splitting each of my 2 bars into 4 equal parts. And there we are. The 3 on the top tells me I need to shade in how many parts on each of those bars for me, Zara? 3 of them. Great. So I need to shade in 3 parts on each of my 2 bars. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So we've now got 2 lots of 3/4. I'm now going to combine that together to give me my answer, to tell me how many lots of quarters I've got all together. Split the bars below in exactly the same way. I'm just going to put those quarters together to give me a whole. So I've got 3 here. I'm going to move all these 3 over, so I've got 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. So I've still got how many lots of a quarter all together, Katie? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got 6 quarters all together. I can simplify that. I can say that's the same as 3 or 1 1/2. Over to you, Year 7. In your light blue books, please pause the video for a minute, and can you represent 2 times 3/5 in the same way using the bar model? I've given you some helpful step-by-step guides. What does 2 times mean? How many bars do you need? What does 3/5 mean? How much do you need to split the bars into? And the top number 3, how many of those parts do you need to shade in? Pause the video and have a go at that now, please. Right, let's go through it. So we've got 2 times 3/4, so I need 2 bars. Here's my 2 bars at the bottom. 2 times 3/5 means I need to split each of those bars into 5 equal parts this time. So let's do that now. So my first bar, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Second bar, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3/5 means I need to shade in 3 parts on each of those bars. So let's do that now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. To give me my final answer, I'm just going to combine all those up so I know how many holes I've got. Split them up in the same way. move them all along. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've just moved these 3 over. So I've now got 1 whole and 1/5. Or 6 lots of a 1/5. And again, Year 7, in your light blue books, please pause the video and show me 3 times 3/5, please. Right, let's go through it. 3 times means this time I need 3 bars. The 5 on the bottom tells me I need to split each of my bars into 5 equal parts. Here's my 3 bars. Let's split each of those into 5 equal parts. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 3 on the top means I need to shade in 3 parts on each of those bars. So let's do that now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So I've now got 3 lots of 3/5. I'm going to put those together, so I'm going to move everyone along a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put everything together. I've got 1, 2, 3. Move these guys along, another 3. Move these guys along, another 3. So altogether, how many 5ths have I got, Angel? I've got 9/5 altogether. Brilliant. Or we could write this as 1 whole and 4/5 as a mixed number. Over to you, Year 7. In your light blue books, can you show me the bar model for 3 times 3/4 and 4 times 3/4? Pause the video for a couple of minutes and have a go at that now, please. Right, let's go through the answer. For the first one, I need 3 bars. Each of my bars I'm going to split into 4 pieces because I'm looking at quarters. Each of those bars has got 3/4 shaded in. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's combine them up exactly the same way. Move everybody along a bit. So I've got 1, 2, 3. Move these 3 along. 1, 2, 3. Move these 3 along. 1, 2, 3. So altogether I've got 9 lots of a quarter. Or I could write that as 2 wholes and 1/4. If you did 4 lots of 3/4, we're going to do it in exactly the same way. We're going to start off with 4 bars this time. We split each of those bars into 4 parts in exactly the same way. For each one we need to shade in 3 parts. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Finally, we're going to combine them up. So move everybody along a bit. How many lots of a quarter have I got altogether this time? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I've got 12 lots of a quarter, which is the same as 1, 2, 3 wholes. Okay, Year 7, pause the video and have a go at these two questions in your light blue books now, please. Right, let's go through the answers. For the first one, I wanted to represent 6 times a quarter, so I need 6 bars. Each of those bars I'm going to split into 4 pieces, just as before, because I've got a 4 as my denominator. How many parts do I need to shade in on each of those bars this time, Caitlin? 1, because I'm looking at 1 quarter. Perfect. Let's shade those in now. Shade in 1 quarter, 1 quarter, 1 quarter, 1 quarter, 1 quarter, 1 quarter. So I've got 6 lots of 1 quarter. Let's combine that up in the same way. Don't think we're going to need all the boxes this time. Let's move them all along. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lots of a quarter this time, which I could write as 3 over 2, or as you can see it's 1 whole and a half. For the second question, I asked you to do 1 quarter times 6. What do you notice about the first and second questions? They're exactly the same. 6 times a quarter is exactly the same as having 1 quarter times 6. So the answer is exactly the same. Well done if you spotted that. Right, Year 7, in your light blue books, can you please pause the video for about 10 minutes and have a go at these questions? I've already drawn out the diagram for you. So for the first one, I've said 1/3 times 4. I've shown you what 4 lots of 1/3 looks like to help you out. Please pause and have a go at these questions now, please. And these are the answers. Please check your work and see how you did. Quick multiple choice for you. Can you calculate 1/7 times 5, please? Okay, so we need 5 bars. Each of those bars has got 1/7 in it, so we should get D, 5/7. Well done if you got that right. And finally, can you pause the video for a final 10 minutes and have a go at these questions for me? If you can simplify your answer, please do so. You can write it as a mixed number or as an improper fraction, I do not mind. Pause the video and have a go at these questions in your light blue books now, please. And these are the answers I was looking for. Please check your work and see how you did. Finally, if you fancy a challenge, pause the video for 5 to 10 minutes, have a go at these questions for me. Slightly easier are the circles, middle ones are the squares, real challenge are the ovals. Pause the video and have a go at those now, please. And these are the answers I was looking for. And that's the end of today's lesson. Please head over to Google Classroom and submit today's exit ticket. Thanks for listening, Year 7, and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.